All right. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Nelson Family Radio Hour, our second installment. And without further ado, here is Hank and Jess, the Mayflies.
Swing your feet. Yeah, but swing to a 4-4 Dancing away. Come on, sing. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, that's right. Swing your feet. Yeah, the sway too. A 3-3 beat. Let's shake hands. Yeah, baby, let's shake hands. Well, there's something here in the air. So jump up and let me know when you're there, baby. Let's shake hands. Yeah. Oh, let's be friends. Oh, baby, let's be friends. Damn it. Say my name. Oh, baby, say my name. You can do what you want to do. You can throw it in the garbage can, but just say my name. Yeah. Thank you. That was one of my originals, and also the White Stripes' Let's Shake Hands.
All right. Thank you, Hank and Jess, for opening the show, as always, or so far. Yeah, it's the Nelson Family Radio Hour. We're music, stories, and swearing for the entire family. So we have a nice variety for you this evening. We do have a special guest. So Elliot is with us. So Elliot, why don't you step up to the microphone there? You'll have to adjust it since Hank's taller than everybody.
You're right here.
Yeah,
Hi, I'm Elliot.
All right. Well, Elliot, we met Elliot downtown at the Node when he would come and he would play open mic. And I first saw Elliot when he brought his harmonica, and he played harmonica for us, and I believe he had his banjo that day as well. But
Yep, probably.
yep, it's if you have not seen Elliot play the harmonica before, it's a treat. And so Just maybe a little about yourself, Elliot, if you don't mind. Like, where are you from, man?
I actually came from Northwest Indiana,
Okay.
Michigan City specifically. I was playing gigs around there, but the scene just wasn't really for me. So I was like, I moved out here with my cousin at first in Three Oaks, James Davis. We're gonna start a band, but he
Nice.
wants to start a family, and
Oh,
I
cool.
respect that, you know.
Absolutely.
And I don't know. Ever since then, like we have a few demos recorded, and you know, I'm just kind of taking those and redoing them, and just trying to find my way around here. Cause Indiana's cool, and it was cool to be close to Chicago, but I feel like it's really cool around here, and it's a lot more like homely, you know.
Yeah, man.
Everybody's more like, man, you're awesome, and like, you know, want to be like friendly and not
Yeah.
be like competitive, and I
Sure.
appreciate that, you know.
Well, it's, I mean, one, because you are awesome.
Yeah,
but
thank
two,
you.
it's just
Y'all are awesome too.
I mean, and that's what we love about downtown Niles specifically is, you know, the vibe. It's just an open, friendly vibe.
Yeah.
And so can you give us a list of the instruments you play, or maybe it'd be easier for a list of instruments you don't play at this point?
Well, I play drums, I play harmonica, electric, acoustic, and slide guitar. I started playing banjo this year, bass, percussion. I can sing a little bit, organ. I just like to make noise, so I guess effects pedals. I have a bunch of effects pedals,
Nice.
but I'm just kind of like, my thing is I don't want to get like a bunch of guitars.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want to get different instruments and try to learn. I like to pick it up and just play and learn as naively as possible instead of sitting there and being like, oh, this has to be like this and this has to be like this. I just take, like with banjo, I took what I learned from guitar and my finger picking and the tunings I use, and was just like, okay, I can transfer that onto that very easily. You know what I mean?
Nice. Yeah, man. So you get a feel for it
Yes.
more than just kind of like an academic, technical approach.
Yeah, because I have taken music theory and I know my music theory and stuff, but it's really good to feel an instrument.
Yeah.
Because I've always said, and I've learned that like you could be the best musician possible, but if you don't got the feeling, you don't.
Right.
It don't matter. I've
Mhm.
met a lot of people who are really good, but just can't feel it.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's like that can be applied to most aspects of life, right?
Yep.
So, what are you going to start us out with today? What are you thinking?
Maybe a little harmonica, and then we go to banjo,
My
and then
favorite.
I like to jam with you on drums. That's cool.
All
If
right.
That's all right. Cool. Awesome.
Awesome. So we have Elliot McIntosh. He's going to start out with his mouth harp and go from there. You're on. I know you're on Facebook yourself. Do you have any sort of things online where people can go and watch and see? Or
Not right now.
Okay.
Working on it.
all right.
We're just kind of. I was hoping to have some demos out with my cousin soon, but with even with like getting out of the hospital and stuff, I'm just kind of like
Yeah.
trying to figure out everything. And
Yeah.
then I also have a bunch of older neighbors, and it's like they already talked to me. They're like, "Can you not play your music so loud?" So I kind of soundproof a room, and I'm trying to do that. But like, after a while, I'm hoping to be on Bandcamp and Spotify and
Awesome.
stuff like that.
Well, if
and-
you're looking for a space, there's On Base Productions here, man. Just let me know, and
awesome.
we definitely have
Yeah,
some-
that'd be
some
awesome
time
because I
and room
just
for
use
you.
Reaper. I use that.
Yeah.
And I know how to use that. I just
Nice.
need a space to record.
There
it.
you go. Yep. That's what we're here for. Community.
Awesome. Thank you, dude. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
no problem.
I'll keep that in mind. So I'll start off with A. Thank you. Yeah, this is actually one of my favorites to play on. Yeah, or just the harmonica in general. Like I feel it a lot more than anything else, you know.
Yeah, I think that's. I mean, I played the harmonica a little bit. It's really the only instrument I know how to play at all. But I think I just, sitting on the front porch, and just no matter what your mood is or what it's like outside or what you've been going through the day, the harmonica is a great way to either take out some frustration or lean into like being relaxed or
Yeah, dude, exactly. It's like that in drums for me. Like I've played guitar quite a bit, and I've been a front man for a few bands, and I love playing guitar. But like this has always been it's really nice when you're like
exactly
when you're like playing guitar and then you're just like, oh, and then you just start playing. Everybody's like, whoa, what's going on, man? Yeah, dude. This one's in C. Thank you. I'll do one more harmonica and I'll try to do a banjo one.
You need one of those bandoliers like the Blues Traveler guy. The guy
Oh,
from
you're talking
Blues
about
Traveler.
The neck.
No,
Yeah.
he's got like a holder.
He's got like holsters for him. Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I like walking around with that because people like in the streets. People be like, "What does he do? Play
Yeah.
banjo, play harmonica." Like, man, this dude's cool.
Or you just walk around with a harmonica holder all the time.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
I mean, I got one. My
Yeah.
dad bought me one. Put it to use. All right, this one's in G. Thank you.
Awesome.
I appreciate
awesome
that.
stuff.
I need to drink a water real quick.
Hey, yeah, we got water for you. Don't worry.
He's brought one.
You. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I got mine.
Oh, okay.
It's cool. I appreciate y'all.
Yep. Yeah. Again, thanks for coming. Yeah, and for those who aren't entirely in the know, this whole Nelson Family Radio Hour thing was born from kind of picking up where we had open mic nights down at the Node, where we left off from that. So we kind of saw that, with colder weather coming and not a lot of businesses open downtown on Mondays, maybe it was best to kind of do it this way, a little more informal, but then maybe ultimately reaching a wider audience online and Facebook and YouTube and things like that. So that's why we've started to go this route, and we're very pleased to have Elliot McIntosh as our first guest here on the show. And we met him down there at open mic, and it's just been a pleasure to listen to him play ever since then. So now he's pulled out his banjo.
Do you mind if I get a chair real
I was
quick?
going to
Yeah,
say, I'll get you
yeah.
that stool.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, that,
Except for when he starts making demands. Then it's like, geez, now we're not going to bring him back. Diva.
you're like, whoa, dude, come on. Thank you. I appreciate that.
What kind of, I mean, for somebody who knows nothing about banjos, what kind of banjo is that?
I don't know. I just went there one time. And I was like, I need a banjo.
Give me one.
Yeah, they were like, okay. And they actually, I like going down to Sweetwater because they
Oh,
knocked
yeah.
off the price like $50 to $100.
Yeah.
'Cause I bought a pedal as well. I bought like a chorus vibrato. And he was like, I'm like, yeah, man, I'm coming from Niles. And he's like,
Yeah.
oh, really? I'll give you a discount.
Well, we certainly talk to Craig Mills at Sweetwater all the time.
Yeah, dude.
So yeah, shout out to Sweetwater, unofficial sponsor. All these cables, all these microphones are from
This
Sweetwater.
banjo.
Yeah, this banjo. Yep, headphones.
Yeah.
Let me see. Are you gonna sing or just play or?
Just play.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
So what got you started into music, man? I mean, you just don't, from my perspective, you just don't all of a sudden say, I'm going to learn to play every instrument unless that's what you started to do. Or was it like when you were you a kid? Was it when you were older or what's
Yeah, actually, when I was 14, I told my parents, I was like, yeah, I want a drum set. And they were like, okay. So my dad got me one, and I sucked for like a couple years. And then like, I don't know, like I just like really got into like, okay, you know, now I want a bass guitar, now I want a guitar. And I've always wanted to like do stuff on my own.
mm-hmm.
And I just started meeting people like this dude, Brian Saavedra. He's one of my best friends. He lives in West Lafayette. He taught me a lot. Like we were in a band together. I didn't know nothing, man, like nothing. And like, I remember we'd listen to Canned Heat on the road.
Oh, hey, that's a great one.
And I'd just be playing bass to it, you know, just real simple. And that was the first jam I've ever had. Just like,
Oh, that's awesome.
we had that track going, and then it was him and this other dude named Alan, and we just listened to that, and they were just soloing on it and just looping it. And I was like, I really like this, you know, like
That's cool, man.
if this is what music is, this is what I appreciate about it. And then, you know, from there, you know, it was just kind of like, you can't play that. Yes, I can. You think I can? I can.
Fuck the haters,
Yeah.
man.
One of my best friends who's messed with me, I started playing harmonica. I think I was drunk. And he was like, I was just wasn't that good. And he was like, oh man, you ain't that good. You won't be that good. And that made me mad. I was like, okay. So that was in 2017, 2018. Now it's 2021. And like,
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, Look at me now.
Just tell me I can't.
Yeah, dude, I will.
It's like, and I took that personally, that Michael Jordan meme, right?
Yeah.
Somebody told Elliot he didn't know how to play the Hammond organ, and he took that personally.
Yeah.
So send to
Yeah.
Elliot all the messages about he can't, become
Yes.
president, and he can't, become a billionaire, and he's just gonna do it.
Yeah, I don't know if you want me as president, but I'll take the money.
If you're the banjo playing president, I'd vote for you. Hell yeah. All right, I'll let you get back to some tunes, man.
Cool. I'll play one more on the banjo, and then if you want to jam on drums, or I'll play drums. Sweet.
Sweet.
Cool. I'll try to play with the slide. I'm gonna make sure this in tune one more time, because this likes to go out of tune all the time.
Sure.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Thank you.
I think there could be some crossover for some atmosphere music for Retro Strange. Yeah,
I'm down, dude.
that was awesome. That was great.
I like psychedelic banjo playing.
Oh, heck
That's
yeah.
what I try to do.
Yep. All right, so now Hank and Elliot are going to jam.
Oh, Elliot, I have my thing set up left-handed these days, so you'll have to readjust if you need to.
Okay.
And so I think you guys played once with each other one time down at the open mic, or have you guys never played with each other before?
They played once at open mic.
Okay, all right. And because that's when we first met at the first open mic down there, and that was the first time Hank had ever played in public. And Elliot was super supportive and awesome.
Yep.
And it was great.
This is start, man, when you're going out there, like starting in public.
Yep.
It's scary. I'm glad that you guys were so like open arms about it. I know you guys know Shannon Williams.
Oh yeah. Yep.
She was I was working with her in Zen Leaf.
Yeah.
Just like, you need to come down here.
Yep. Yep.
And I did.
Yep.
luckily, and I was like, yes. I have every Monday off. I love that.
Heck yeah, man.
Very open. I
Yep.
can do what I would like. As long as it's not like cussing or anything. I can play whatever I want.
Right. Well, here you can say whatever the hell you want. I don't give a shit. This is not rated. Although, I mean, obviously, within swearing's one thing, but
Yeah.
what guitar are you going for, Hank? Going for the K?
Ooh, nice. I've been looking at some K's on Reverb, dude.
That's where we got that one. Was from Reverb. Yep.
Nice.
So if you'd like to join us on the Nelson Family Radio Hour, or you know somebody who would
Oh,
like to come on and talk or play, we'll
59.
we'll take poets, we'll take actors. We're open to all arts and culture in our community and outside of our community. Anybody that can come in and enrich us and our viewers in any way is welcome with open arms. So please feel free to reach out to us through our Facebook. send us a message, and we would love to sit down and talk with you and have you. I want to give a couple shout outs. Thank you to the Niles Brewing Company for supplying the beverages this evening in downtown Niles, Niles Brewing Company. We also had some delicious pita chips and hummus and some pretzels. Also, thank you to the Rhodey Clinic. Paul at the Rhodey Clinic, he was able to supply us with some monitor earphones when we didn't have any. So that's great. That's what I love about this community, the business community. We just look out for each other and we make things happen. And thank you to On Base Productions for hosting this year, wherever you are, On Base Productions. Yeah. Gotta tune up the okay. So this we may see this guitar explode. Henry was telling me that this guitar needs to be like set up real bad. It's yeah. There's like I don't know if that I don't think that has a truss rod, right, Hank? It does not have a truss rod, and no, it's just like, isn't it just glued? Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty
So
cool, though.
yeah, so it's what is it, a 1959? 1959 K guitar, straight from the Montgomery Ward catalog. Again, like Sweetwater and Reverb, get all of our money.
There was this band, one of my favorite bands, they're punk blues from the 80s, the Gories. They kind of inspired the White Stripes. They're just a three-piece. And the drummer would just play like, with like two toms and a bass drum.
Nice,
And the lead guitarist always used a K.
nice. What was the name of that band again?
The Gories.
The Gories.
Yeah. they're one
You
of my
said
favorites.
you said the 80s.
Yep.
Okay.
They suck, but they're good. It's
They
just
suck.
like a perfect like, mix of like, wow, this is like,
Yeah.
ooh, and then like, wow, this is actually good.
I like it.
appreciate that in music.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. And they're from Detroit, I think, too, which is really cool.
All right, yeah. So I could definitely see that influence on the White Stripes then, if they're from Detroit, and that's kind of because the White Stripes' first album, Jack White didn't want it to sound good. He's like, don't make it sound too clean, right?
Yeah, dude, that's
So,
what I'm at. I want
yeah.
dirty and stuff.
Yep. All right, you guys ready?
By the way, this is tuned in G.
Sweet. I'm cool with that.
All right, so we have Hank and Elliot.
Okay, I think we're good.
Awesome stuff. You guys want to do one more?
I'm fine, yeah.
Of course.
Nice.
All right.
Thank
So
you.
anybody listening out there that wants to sign some musicians, you know where to come to, and we won't even take any of the profits. It's all theirs. But thank you again, Elliot. That was awesome. I know, speaking on behalf of Hank, this is the kind of stuff that, and as you know, as a young musician once, that that's what you need. You just need to play with other people. You need to play with other people. You need to play in front of other people. And since we can't always play in front of other people, this is the next best thing. We're bringing it out there to everybody, and we're bringing people together that can just jam, man. It's awesome.
And that's what I keep telling my friends. My friends are just getting into music.
Yeah.
And they're a little older than me, but I'm like, man, you just gotta play with people. So like, they're not the greatest, but I'll sit
Yeah.
down with them and I'll play with them.
Yeah.
You know, and
Right.
that's just learning.
Exactly.
You know, like it's just you gotta teach people. You
Yep.
Be open with people.
Like again with anything in life, if you know how to do everything, you're never going to learn anything, right? And so you have to suck at it. You have to be bad at it to learn how to be good at it. You got to know what bad is before you know what good is.
Guitar like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I did too, man.
I can speak from experience that I still suck at drums, and watching you is so inspiring. So I'm super excited to suck less the more I practice.
You don't suck.
Fine.
That was amazing. Good job. That was awesome.
High five?
All right. We are going to take a quick, just like 2-minute break, and then we'll be right back. All right. Welcome back to what's become one of my favorite segments.
Looks like those clowns in Congress did it again. What a bunch of clowns.
How does he keep up with the news like that?
It's time for current events. And we're lucky to have with us a Niles City Council representative, Jessica Nelson. Jessica, how are you this evening?
I'm well, thank you.
And so there was a city council meeting this evening, and what revelations were
It
espoused
was
to the
a
public?
very short meeting. I think we got out of there in less than 20 minutes flat tonight. No public comment tonight, really. So nothing really from the public. And then on the agenda, pretty straightforward business as usual. But the one thing that we can look forward to that was approved is the Small Business Saturday and Holiday Homecoming event downtown Niles on Saturday, November 27th from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. And the mayor encouraged all downtown businesses to be open and have cool stuff going on. So I was thinking maybe we're going to do the photo booth this year.
Sure, yeah. So Saturday, November 27th, On Base Productions will have the photo booth running here on the corner of 3rd and Main Street. Come in and get your picture taken. We'll have some cool different backdrops for you to choose from, green screen style. And then walk around downtown and see some of the other businesses and pick up some awesome local stuff. And on the photo booth kick, November 20th, the week before, Saturday, November 20th, you'll be able to get your picture taken with Santa at the Niles District Library. Pictures with Santa, November 20th at the Niles District Library. Don't ask me when it starts. I'm just the guy taking the pictures. Go to the Niles District Library's Facebook page or website for more information.
So I have just a couple other things, and then I want to see what's current in your world. But Sarah, my sister, you know, who was on last week with Dune Talks, will be in town November 24th. So that's exciting for a week.
Okay.
So that's a current event for me. Sarah, if you're listening, I love you. And then
Somebody has to.
the last thing I want to encourage everybody to do is if you love the Node, the area downtown on 2nd Street between Main and Sycamore, or if you hate the Node, go fill out the survey. There's a survey online. Chuck will tell you because he knows all the things, but it's been rolling around Facebook. It is a community survey. There's actually two surveys. There's one that's for the business owners downtown, and there's one that's for the community at large. And there are over 300 respondents. Lisa showed
That's
me some
great.
preliminary results of that this evening. And so people are giving us feedback, which is amazing. That's how we make good decisions with council, is we have to know what the community wants. It's not just the businesses that get to make those decisions. It's our citizens. It's the people who come down here and hang out and do all the things. So fill out that survey online so that way we can make the most informed decision possible when it comes to whether or not the node will stay in that location or at all.
And so if people have questions, comments, concerns for their council members, what is the best way for citizens to find who their council members are and how can they reach them?
So go to the City of Niles' website, and you'll go to the elected officials page, and you'll be able to see a list of all the locally elected officials and which wards they represent. And there's also a ward map if you don't know where you are in the city. And one just note that most people don't know about, and I mean, why would you? We live in 49120. That's Niles, right? But there are actually two different municipalities. There's the City of Niles, which is its
Fair.
own government, which consists of 4 wards. And then there's the Greater Niles, so it's Niles Township, which is a different municipality with a different governing body. So if you look at the map and you're like, wait, I live in Niles, but I'm not on this map. It's because you live in the township, and then you should talk to your township people when you have issues. But when it comes to the node, your
Yes,
opinion still matters.
absolutely.
You're a Niles citizen. You are somebody, even if you're not a Niles citizen, if you come into town and you hang out down there, you're part of the community at large, and your opinion matters.
If you're listening from Niles, South Bend, Dowagiac, St. Joe, San Francisco, let them know that you want the node here, or Norfolk, Virginia. Let them know that you want the node here and you want it to stay or not. So, yeah.
Excellent.
Yep.
What's new in your world there, Chuck?
The only thing of really any consequence is I got to see my favorite wrestler, Travesty, wrestle this weekend on Saturday.
Jealous.
Yep. So Niles' own Travesty wrestled at the Revolution Championship Wrestling Show in South Bend on Saturday. And he wrestled for the championship, the heavyweight championship. For those of you there, you saw that he was screwed unceremoniously out of the title. He had the champion, Brutus Dillon, pinned and beaten. But shenanigans ensued, and then Travesty came up short. But I know in my heart of hearts that that's not the last time Travesty's going to get a shot at Brutus or the title. And I know that there are bigger and better things for him on the horizon. So for more information on Travesty, he's on Facebook as Travesty, Travesty. He's the guy in the gold mask. And
He just wants a hug.
he just wants a hug. And then for Revolution Championship Wrestling, they are also on Facebook under Revolution Championship Wrestling. They don't have any more shows booked for this year, but they'll have start up again in January. So
Fun fact for folks out there that are in the second ward, Travesty,
yeah.
Travis Tim, is your ward councilman.
And I have the privilege of knowing Travis as a friend, but also working with Travis to make his promos for the wrestling shows. And those have been some of the most fun and relaxing jobs that I've done because, you know, work is work, but then when you get to work with Travis on these projects, they turn out so well, and they're easy for us to do just because we don't really have to communicate. We're on the same wavelength, and we know kind of what we're looking for, and it turns out great. So you can find those, again, on Travesty's Facebook page or on the On Base Productions Vimeo channel. So vimeo.com, On Base Productions, and you can see all of Travesty's promos. And
Dope.
I think that's pretty much it for current events. I think we're about ready to wrap things up here. If we could get Henry to come out here. He snuck into the back.
It's music talk.
Yep. If we could get Hank and Jess to come out here and play us off, we'll
Wrap this one up.
We'll wrap this bad mamma jamma up.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Hank, you want to get that microphone and put it up there? So
I got it. You can't have it. All right, I guess you can have it.
You want rock, paper, scissors?
rock, paper, scissors for it. I'm going to kick your ass in whatever you want to play her in. No doubt about that.
Boy.
All right, so here we go. Hank
Oh, goodness.
and the Mayflies. This is the last.
This is it.
I think we're gonna play.
Oh, you want to play Death Letter instead?
This is the last one. Sorry.
And again, if you know anybody or you yourself want to be on the Nelson Family Radio Hour, reach out to us through Facebook.
No, only if you know someone. You have to get someone
Or so yes, exactly. Or just yell really loud from your window. Carrier pigeon also works. If you live, you know, within swimming distance for the St. Joe River, you could send a carrier fish of some kind. What else? I mean, maybe falcon. If you're what's the name of people who train falcons? Falconer. If you're a falconer, yeah. If you're a falconer, I'd think it'd be badass to send a falcon. Really, send us your falcons. Or
Elliot, you can't get a falcon.
yeah, Elliot. There's no way you could train a falcon. All right. And with that, here is the Mayflies.
All right. Oh, gosh. Let's see if I can do this.
Okay.
Right timing.
Well, I got a letter this morning. What do you reckon it was? I got a letter this morning. It said the gal you love is dead. Well, I packed up my suitcase. I took off down the road. When I got there, she was laid on the cooling board, packed up my suitcase, and I took off down the road. When I got there, she was laying on the cooling board. Well, it looked like 10,000 people standing around the burying ground. Didn't know I loved it till they got a little down. Looked like 10,000 people standing on that burying ground. Didn't know I loved you till they began to let out. Well, you know it's so hard to love someone that don't love you. Can't get satisfaction. Don't care what you do. So hard to love someone that don't love you. Don't look like satisfaction. And I don't care what you do. Well, I woke up this morning, the break of day, just hugging the pillows. She used to lay. This morning, believe it was the break of day. Just hugging the pillows. My baby used to lay.
I do believe you are the sock. You sold your soul to the devil.
Thank you. We've been Mayflies.
And thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week. We will be at the Niles Brewing Company for pro wrestling trivia next week for the Nelson Radio Hour. Tune in, and we'll see you there.
Yay.